guys. Oh, oh, it gets cold right here, at least. So I'm just sleep. I stocked up on these bad boys. So, yesterday, this one, hard to open it up, and it was really hard to open up. And this finger right here, it like clenched up like this. Like it wouldn't like it wouldn't like give off. You know what I mean? It like tightened up and like I don't know how to explain it. So that was kind of scary. Yeah. So, but I don't know. Ugh. I'll try to see if later on I can get a hold of the place that I went to yesterday and see if the doctor can get me some pain pills and ask they want me to get any medication over the counter medication for what's going on with me. So um because I want to get it gone. You know what I mean? So I'm waiting for them to give me the results of the lab work, but that's gonna take like a week or so. So I don't want the infection to get worse. You know what I mean? So it's like I need to like answers. You know what I mean? So but because right now all she has me waiting for me at the pharmacy is my inhaler for my wheezing. So and I don't know if that's permanent or what. So it's kind of interesting, but I know I don't got bronchitis or anything like that, so it's not something that just goes away. So maybe now I have to have an actual inhaler forever. Well, I mean, I breathe fine on my own, but she's like, I'm gonna do it, for you to feel better because you're wheezing. I'm like, all right. Like I honestly breathe fine on my own, but if I'm wheezing or whatever, and she's concerned about it, I should be, happy to have an inhaler because how would I know that I won't be somewhere and be really wheezy? Like, maybe, I don't like to work out, but maybe I'll be like running one of these days or walking or something, and I'll be wheezing really bad where I'm out of breath, and then I'll need my inhaler, you know what I mean? So it's like, even though I can breathe fine, concerned about it. So, yeah. But I know my insurance, I got good insurance. I've always had good insurance. Um, I feel bad for people that don't have good insurance, though, or don't have, and just, they have to, like, they don't get the benefits of having good, doctors and all that stuff. So it's like, it's a good thing in your life, especially when you're older, to have insurance. You know what I mean? Because there's gonna be things that go on in your life where you're gonna need to go to the doctors. You're gonna need to do this, that, and the other thing. My son has good insurance right now. He's attached to my insurance. Um, I'm hoping that when he's not attached to my insurance, that I can find a way to get him insurance. But that's a long ways from now. But yeah, I don't have copays or anything like that with my insurance. And when I had my seizure years ago, they paid to get my brain scan, my whole pregnancy got paid for, my birth got paid for. And it was TMI, my son, is a boy and he got circumcised and that got paid for. So, and I think some people take it for granted because, like, I don't know, it just seems like my insurance. My family kind of felt sometimes with my pregnancy and stuff that they were kind of like doing extra stuff to like get money through my insurance for my insurance, but yeah. Like I had pregnancy diabetes when I was pregnant, so like all that, like having to have all those different things, but I've noticed that all women go through the same like medical treatment too, because there's a lot of women that have to have the tests to check if you have pregnancy diabetes, which I had pregnancy diabetes and it went away right after I had my kids. So, but it sucked because like I had to like monitor my blood and all that stuff. But yeah, I had not a complicated pregnancy, but I was pretty much like I had a lot of like bad stuff happen to me. Like when I was pregnant I had really high blood pressure at one point because that's just something that happened when I was pregnant. Right now, my blood pressure is great. No, it's normal now. But when I was pregnant, I had high blood pressure, and I remember one time, um, my blood pressure was really high, and I actually had to go to the emergency, and they had to monitor the baby and everything. So, like health risks back then, pregnancy, diabetes, and having high blood pressure and all that, and the fact that I have mental problems, and I was on medication for it. So like I was on one medication for it, which was my Invega. So like they had to like monitor birth defects and all that because of that. So I mean my son came out great, but when he was born, heart murmur, and I remember when I found out. Hey, I remember when I found out um, that his heart had a heart murmur, and they actually had to do like a, a ultrasound of his heart, and I felt like so scared. I was just emotional. I was an emotional wreck, and because I I didn't know what they were seeing or whatnot, and they said that they found little holes in his heart, but it should clear up, and they were gonna have us go there in 6 months after that. But luckily, his heart murmur cleared up, and he didn't have to like get an operation or anything like that. It actually cleared up soon afterwards. So, but um, his heart's great now though. But that's like the only like thing that happened with him. So, but I don't know. A lot of people don't know that about my son. But yeah, it was just really scary for me. And then he didn't pass the hearing test or whatever it was. Like he had to get it over again or something like that. But I mean, his hearing test came out really good. Like he can hear and everything. But they said that there was a little bit of fluid in his ears, so he had to get it done like the next morning or something like that again. So, but so, but yeah, like excuse me. And then like right after I had him, I remember the doctor warning me like soon after I had him. They like asked me like if I want my tubes tied and either get like on like the IUD or something. You know what I mean? Get on something that's not like that permanent. Excuse me. So, because they asked me if I want to get my tubes tied because it was just something that they ask, I guess, after you have a kid or whatever. But they also told me that I'm a high risk of getting postpartum depression, and if that happens, to talk to my psych doctor. Well, the next day after I had my son, I had really bad anxiety and like the worst, and I tried to hide it from my family, and my mom and my sister, when my mom was alive, they were really like worried about it. You know what I mean? So like they were like monitoring my mood and all that, and just making sure I was okay, and just like and I hid it for like a few weeks. And my son got home, and I was watching him on my own and doing everything that I'm supposed to do, and it was like a few weeks, and then it just hit me like a brick, and I had really bad postpartum depression. um I had it so bad, and I had to go to the mental hospital, and I had it so bad that like I would like cry, like I'd ball up and cry for like no reason. It was just really sad. And like I had to like leave my baby, and I was just like missing my baby, but I had to get better, you know what I mean? But I had really, really bad post depression, um, and then I have a son overnight for me and all that, and uh, every morning, I'd go downstairs and drink coffee with my family. That was like our morning thing. They'd usually always put Cameron to bed, um, like right after we drink our coffee. They'd usually like get him asleep because they'd all hold him. Um, I used to do bottle propping when he was a baby too. So like I would like prop his bottle up because I kind of like want to like do my own thing too. You know what I mean? Watch him, and I'd hold him and everything, but I wouldn't hold him like all the time. Um, all that stuff. So, but yeah, I pretty much raised my son from the get go by myself, pretty much. I lost so much sleep when he was a baby. I lost so much sleep that that's one of the reasons why I ended up in a mental institution, is because I had so much lack of sleep. So after that, like my family started helping me a lot more, but then they went back to their old ways of not helping that much. So many nights, talk Andrew on the phone overnight. He would actually stay up pretty much all night with me on the phone. Um, you know, helping me out on the phone with him, and all that. So I'd stress out sometimes, like changing him, because he would cry, and he'd do this little like hand motion like this that I miss him doing that. I'd like hold his hands. Um, there were many times when he'd pee on me because he was just like a baby, and a boy. And if you don't like cover up their thing, they're gonna pee on you. So, but yeah, those are the times I miss. Just like it's like he's not a baby anymore. You know what I mean? But what I love about it is that I can actually talk to him now. For the longest time when he was a baby, I just would always be like, oh, I wonder, what his voice is gonna sound like, or I wonder what his personality is going to be like, or anything like that. And like every morning for me, when he was a baby, every morning I had this TV, and I had like a remote control for my TV, like a remote, and I would always put on cartoons for him. And when he was a baby, he'd watch TV. Like, yeah. So that was like my morning like routine, is to like get the cartoons on for him, so when he wakes up, he can watch his cartoons and all that. And um but I used to call him my homie back then. So like, I know I was always a cool mom, but now like he like talks your ear off. Like he just, his vocabulary just grows more each day. He surprises you for what he can talk about. He's so smart. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's really hard to teach him things. Like, I've tried to like for the longest like teach him like ABCs, all that stuff, which he knows them, but it's like it's hard for him to like. I mean, he's learning to like get him to do what I want him to do. Like, if I put on a show or something, he's gonna want to watch something else. You know what I mean? So it's like, but done like we've done like homeschool, and we've done like certain things where I teach him his letters or whatever, stuff like that. I actually spent a lot of money one time getting him all kinds of school stuff, like homeschool stuff, you know what I mean? Like stuff that he can learn. Um, he plays like educational games sometimes, stuff like that, but I don't know, he likes boy stuff. He likes stuff that he's not really supposed to be into, kind of like stuff that his dad likes. Like his dad likes a lot of the same stuff that he likes, like clowns and superheroes and just all that creepy stuff. And I tried for the longest time to get him away from that stuff, but it's like let your kid be, who he is, kind of thing. Um, but yeah, so he and he's he's more willing to like watch new stuff too though now. Like he won't really like sit down and like watch a movie like, but when it comes to like shows and stuff, he'll sit there and watch the shows rather than watching a whole movie or something. I mean, he'll watch movies like with my sister and my nephew, but that's about it. Like he won't like sit and watch a movie by himself. But he'll watch shows like all the time. So, but like if I hear like something that's just like not a good thing for him to watch, or if I just don't like what he's watching, then I'll tell him to turn it off and watch something else. Which he's good about that. He's good about listening to me about that. So he likes scary games and shooting games. I know it's not good to let your kid play shooting games, but yeah, he's a boy. Um, so I tell a lot of parents this because it's so true. Once your kid starts walking, all hell breaks loose. Because then they start getting into all that, and he's at the age now where he's not like destroying stuff though. Like he's not like making messes or on purpose or anything like that. That was like age 2. You know, terrible twos are gone. You know, the threes, you know, are gone. You know, it's now four. You know, it's just crazy. You know, I can't believe it. But at this stage, a lot of questions are being asked. Um, you know, he's asking numerous questions, and you know, he can carry on a conversation, and he understands things, and he remembers like things from months and months ago, or even before that. Like his memories here now, so it's really cool. Like he remembers like something that happened like last July, and it's already July now. He remembers the 4th of July from last year because he mentions it, or like certain holidays, or certain things that's happened in his life. He remembers. That's kind of cool. But so I want to say this, and only people that know me personally will know what I'm talking about and think the opposite of what these people think. But the whole time I'm making a video and stuff on YouTube, I'm not being a parent. My son's pretty much with me the whole entire time. Just to clear that up. Um, I raised my son by myself, if you didn't know. Anybody that knows me personally knows how good of a mother I am. And anybody that wants to talk shit about my parenting needs to, like, get the facts straight. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to say that because that's the God's honest truth. I've been raising my son by myself, pretty much. I mean, even when he's upstairs, I get told to get him right away, and he comes right back with me. So anybody that thinks that I'm making YouTube videos and not being a parent and all that crap, I'm sorry, but you're highly mistaken about that. So I just wanted to clear that up. So, yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Please thumbs up. Please subscribe. Thanks so much.